What's going on, guys? Another beautiful day in South Louisiana. It's about probably 50 degrees, 45. What's up, Kyle? What's up, Aunt Karen? What's up, Brian? Hop on, tell me where you're from. Share and invite. I'm going to be giving away a bunch of tickets to Skeleton next week. Got me a nice fire. What's up, Ernie? Glass of wine. Hey, it don't get better than this, guys. Don't get better than this. Anyway, let's... All right. What's up? Evo, what's going on? My man. Hope, North Carolina. What's up, Hope? What's going on, guys? I want to talk to you about some stuff. Let's see if we get this right. Plug this in before I go live. Hope y'all doing good. What's up, Alex? What's up, Bruce? Man, it's getting cold outside. Hope y'all are doing good. Hope everybody's staying warm. I know it's getting cold across the country. My man, Adam, Alex, Dylan, what's up? We went live at the same time. Sorry, brother. Oh, are you good, Dylan? Go live, my brother. Go live in the group. That's good. Clayton, what's up, my man? Or Clay? Dude, you need it. Yeah, you need it. We need to talk soon, Clay. You know I'm gonna take care of you, brother. We can get you back in the group and get you doing well with the wholesaling. The babies are doing all right. Them twin babies doing good. Alex, I appreciate that, brother. Justin I can't speak right now. Hinchkins, you doing all right, my man? Lewis, what's up? So let's talk, guys. Let's talk some real estate, right? I see too many people. You know, they get into wholesaling, and that's all they do, right? That's all they want to do. They don't even do anything else. You know, you don't want to just be a wholesaler, right? You want to become a real estate investor. Guys, if you come on here, share and invite. I'm going to give away a bunch of Skeleton tickets next week. So, doing great. That's good to hear. What's up, Kelly? What's up, Curtis? Glad you're doing good, Kelly. Or, I'm sorry, Clay. Michelle, what's going on? So, guys, you know, everyone who's just trying to do wholesaling, you're gonna short-term yourself or cut yourself short by doing just wholesaling. There's so many different things you can do with real estate. Like, you want to start your business with wholesaling, but you want to make sure you take down some of your deals. Like, we got a deal right now that I want to talk to you guys about. And I don't typically flip deals. We don't do a whole lot of flipping. We might flip 1 out of 20 deals that we keep, right? That come through our pipeline. But this deal is so beefy. It's a niche property. It's on the river, on the Vermilion River, in a great area. The people paid $389 for it 18 months ago. I have it in a contract for $143,000. So yeah, I could probably wholesale this and make 30-40 grand, or I can take it down and put 40-50 grand into it and probably make 125 to 150, and it doesn't need a whole lot of work. I'm talking about maybe a month and a half worth of work. So you got to know when to pivot, you got to know when to jab, you got to know when to hook, you got to know when to uppercut, you got to know when to kick. So I'm not going to wholesale this deal because I'm losing out. What's up, Orlando? I would lose so much money by not flipping it myself, and I don't really like to flip, but I just know it. I know it's going to sell because it's so niche. It's on the river. Like, they only made, like they say, they only made so much beachfront property. Well, they only made so much riverfront property here in Louisiana, and that stuff sells fast. So yeah, exactly, Orlando. It's a ridiculous deal. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take it down. I'm going to flip it. But the whole point is, you got to know when to have. You got to be very nimble with your approach with real estate. You got to be diversified, and as far as, like, you don't want to just be a wholesaler, dude. You want to know how to take down deals as buy and holds. You want to know when to wholesale it. You want to know when to wholesale it. And you got to know when to flip it. This deal has to be flipped, or I'm going to leave probably 100 grand on the table. Because Mama, how many? That might take, what, a month and a half to flip? Not even.
Not that long.
Big Mama's with us right here. Check out Big Mama. That's a hot little mama right there.
Sure. This is
Mama life. Coffee and wine. That's all. That's how Mama runs. When you got 5 kids, that's how you got to operate.
It's survival.
Survival mode. So anyway, but yeah, I mean, when we look at it, it's a 100-year-old house on the river. That's
beautiful.
Beautiful. It's like, man, I was like, we can't freaking wholesale this. So let's see. Mark says, I loved you until I saw you on Grant Cardone Show. You said wholesaling recession proof. You are not around. Let's see. Wholesaling recession proof. You're not around last time. You your end buyer won't have a buyer to sell to, dried up for everyone. Grant even looked at you twice. Protect your assets. That's not necessarily true, my man. Mark, that's not true, dude. The smart money buys when the economy's down. Yeah, your buyers that are marginal buyers who are not that sophisticated, yeah, they're gonna get washed out. But the big money's gonna come in and buy everything. Let's be real, Mark. That's not true, dude. Let's be real. Because I'm gonna come and buy up all kinds of stuff. I'm in that market right now in Lafayette, Louisiana. The market is so depressed here in Louisiana. The oil field has totally collapsed this economy, and we've lost 22,000 jobs in the past 4 years just in Lafayette. I have been buying up more stuff than I've ever bought in the past, what, 15 to 13 years I've been in real estate. So that's not necessarily true, Mark. So yes, that it's true in a sense that yes, there will be a lot of people that quit buying, but your flippers are gonna, you're talking about flippers, dude. Mark, flippers will stop buying because there's no retail buyers, but buy and hold guys will come out of the woodworks and start buying up everything. Yeah, the retail side will get soaked up and dry up because the banks will stop lending. But the guys that are investing for buy and hold and cash flow will buy up everything. I mean, come on, Mark, that's not true, man. That's not a fair shake, dude. That's not a fair shake. That's not true. So,
and trust me, if Grant Cardone felt like he disagreed, he'd let him know.
Yeah,
trust
dude, he'd let me know.
He would not hold his tongue.
Grant called me this week, and we talked about some things because he wanted me to invest in a program. Dude, he don't hold nothing back, dude. The dude don't. Listen, he don't. He would have said something. So
he has no filter.
Yeah, he has no filter. I mean, you're right to a degree. You're right. Come on, you're right to a degree, Mark. I agree with you. There will be so a lot of buyers will lock up and they won't have nobody to sell to. But there's still a lot of awesome deals out there that buy and hold guys. I wouldn't buy a bunch of flip deals, Mark. I mean, I wouldn't be. You know, I'd stop flipping. I would just go into cash flow properties.
More people are going to be renting.
More people are going to be renting. Exactly. What's up, Sean? Lewis says, Mama Boss. What's up, Stephen? What's up, John? Let's see. Justin, you make money when you buy, not when you sell.
That's
Sophisticated investors know this. 100%, Justin. That's so true, dude. I mean, you know, I got a deal right now that we could probably, lose 15, 20 grand on it, at least.
Not if I do what I want to do.
If you do, I don't want to.
You want to just get rid of it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I got a deal I bought 6 years ago when I was buying deals off MLS when I didn't have the wholesaling piece in, and I wasn't buying as deeply discounted as I am now. That I should have never bought, right? So understand, like, you got to know the different strategies. But you know, see, when there is a chaos, investors buy, Mark. Exactly, Lewis. I don't necessarily agree with that, Mark. I mean, but hey, look, to he his own. I respect your opinion, but I respectfully disagree with you because everybody, the people that I know that I listen to, that I follow, they love when the crash comes because that's when they buy up everything. I mean, that's where the best deals are at. So, anyway, share and invite, guys.
If it happens at the beach, guess where I'm going?
Yeah. No negativity, Jamie says. Blackstone, man. There you have it. He is unfiltered, 100%, Mark. It's good. You need to hold for long-term. Flips dried up. Well said. Hey, I agree, Mark. Dude, flips dried up like really, really bad. Cash flowing properties they still got bought. I know that for a fact because I did a ton of research, Mark, when I was buying a short-term vacation rental in Destin, Florida. Speaking of Destin, Florida, guys, if you're not coming to my event in a week, you're going to miss out. We have 15 high-level guys come and speak at my event, Skilleton, next week. Get your tickets. If you can't get the tickets, share this stream, and I'll give you a free ticket. But no, Mark, I did so much, and I'm glad you bring this up, Mark, because I love this topic so much, Mark. I love this topic. And Adrian's on here. Adrian's going to be speaking at Skilleton. He's my online guy. Does a killer job for SEO and PPC. But no, Mark, so when I sold a commercial property in Lafayette, one of my quick lube oil change shops. We made we made almost $300,000. I had to 1031 exchange that property into another property. So we bought a short-term vacation rental in Destin, Florida, and we paid a lot of money for it. We paid 1.13 million for it, right? 1,130,000 for it. It did 140,000 last year. The realtor said we could probably get it up to 180 because they were going there a lot and they weren't renting out full time. But I was worried that I was like, man, what happened in 2008? So I was asking all these realtors, Mark, I was like, what happened in 2008, right? You know, how did the rental market handle everything. And you know what the realtor said? She said the rental market did not miss a beat. And she's a property manager. She's a property manager. She says the flips and the values of homes dropped tremendously. Yes, they dropped probably 20%, 30%. But vacationers and rentals did not miss a beat. Because people are still going to rent, people are still going to go on vacation, even though there's a you know, a collapse or a correction in the market, right? So that always stuck out with me. I was like, you know, that makes sense. If you're investing for active income to flip and make a quick buck, yes. The retail side, that's why I love wholesaling. I mean, Mark, you can't lose with wholesaling, because if you get a property in contract, we have a collapse. Yeah, we have you're gonna have a bunch of buyers that are gonna lose their shirt, and they're gonna probably wash out and quit buying your deals. But there's still gonna be buyers out there, and then that's where you should be trying to figure out how you can take down some of these deals and keep them, because that's where you're gonna get wealthy. Look, the biggest wealth transfer is in corrections and collapses. In the 30s, you know, in the late 90s or 2000, we had that .com bubble. Then we had 2008. More people bought up. I mean, look at Rich Dad Poor Dad. What's Robert Kiyosaki? He bought up $300 million worth of apartments from 2008 to 2010 or 11. He bought up $300 million. He said, and he talks about it on his podcast all the time. That was the best time of his life. He's like, I can't wait for the next collapse, because all the unsophisticated buyers buy when things are booming, and when things are bad, that's when the smart money comes in, right? So anyway, but not to get off on a tangent, Mark, but I'm glad you brought that up. I love that you brought that up, because that is a good point, but it's true and it's not true at the same time. Flippers will die out. Buy and hold guys will come out of the woodworks looking for great deals.
It's also important why to be diverse.
Yeah, it is important why to be diverse, yeah. You definitely, like for instance, like we closed on a deal Friday. We made 18 grand on it. It was a wholesale deal, right? It was in a niche area. That's why it's so important to know your area. Like, you have to know your area so well. You got to, when you look at a deal, like, okay, I know I'm gonna do this with it, like that, because you know your market so well. You know the numbers. You know if it's a. And the best way to know this, guys, is to get hooked up with realtors. Fortunately, my wife's a realtor, and we're well connected in our area, and we know the market. We know all the different realtors. So if you're just new into this and you're just getting in, network with all the big time realtors, the realtors that have been, you know, being realtors for 20, 30 years. They're going to know the market like the back of their hand. Like, they're going to tell you, hey, Chris, don't buy. Let me give you an example, guys. I bought a deal in Gonzales, Louisiana 2 months ago, or about a month and a half ago. I didn't do anything to it. I take that back. I changed the carpets. I changed the carpets. I bought it. It was so nice. I just changed the carpets. I threw it back on MLS. I got it for $163. It appraised for $215 as is. So all I did was put $3,500 in carpets. My realtor, and I was kind of nervous. I was like, you know, Mrs. Realtor, you know, are we good with this deal? She's like, Chris, I'll pull the comps. The property's gonna appraise for, you know, 210, 215. Sure enough, it came back at 215. She says, nothing in this neighborhood sits longer than a month. I said, okay, perfect. Let's roll. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna wholesale it, because if I'd have wholesale it, I'd have made $5 grand. I'm gonna go ahead and wholesale it. I'm gonna just throw it back on MLS. Sure enough, I threw it back on MLS. Within 2.5, 3 weeks, we got an offer at $200,000. I'm not making a ton of money, but I didn't do nothing to it. I changed the carpets. I threw it back on MLS. We're going to close on it, I think, in about 2 weeks. We're going to make about 18, 19 grand on it. I didn't do anything to it, just but change the carpets.
Give her a shout out.
Yeah, no.
Leslie Hathaway,
yeah. Baton Rouge. Yeah, she's my girl. She's the bomb. So that's kind of a deal that I would, you know, I tripled and almost quadrupled my profits on it by knowing what strategy to do, right?
And trusting your realtor.
And trusting your realtor, because if I'd have just wholesaled, I would have only made maybe $2,500, $5 grand, because there wasn't a whole lot of meat in the bone. But selling it to a retail buyer, I made 18, 19 grand.
You have to be careful about how long it's gonna sit.
Yeah, but if you network with all these realtors know the market. Like, they can tell you, hey, that's a hot neighborhood. Stay away from that neighborhood. That's a great school district. Even though the house is crap, it's shit. Go ahead and buy that house and flip it, because it's in such a great school district. Nothing stays on the market longer than 2 weeks. Like, when you know all these things, you can start thinking, right? Like, you can start predicting and forecasting, like, what to do and how to make, you know, when the jab, when the hook, when the uppercut, because that's when you don't want to just be a wholesaler, guys, because you're going to miss tons of opportunity. I remember 3 years ago, we had a massive flood in 2016 over here. And they had another similar property to the one we're buying right now on the river. It was a niche property, and It was beautiful, like beautiful oak trees on the bayou, like beautiful. And I went ahead and I wholesaled it, and I knew better, and I shouldn't have. I made a quick 20 grand. The guys I sold it to did about a month's worth of work and threw it back on Zillow, and they sold it and made $100,000 within like a month and a half, 2 months. And I knew I should have kept that property and flipped it myself. So I left $100,000 on the table by not going with my instinct, knowing that was a niche property. They only made so much value property, right? So you got to take down some of these deals sometimes, and I'm not saying do that all the time. Most of the time, you should not be taking down these deals. I think houses are flipped or over flipped. Like, you shouldn't flip. You should be wholesaling probably 60 to 70% of the time, wholesaling 10% of the time, flipping 10% of the time, and buying hold 20% of the time. Yeah, for me to flip a property, it's got to be super niche, because a quick nickel beats a slow dime any day of the week.
We had the slow dime.
Justin says, most buyers I know wish they had bought more during the last crash. Exactly, Justin. Thank you for saying that. It's so true. Hindsight's 20/20, guys. You just gotta look at the smart guys. Just watch them. You know, what does Warren Buffett say, right? Be fearful when people are greedy, but be greedy when people are fearful, right? So when there's blood in the streets, go all in, guys. Go all in. It takes courage to do that, and it takes balls, and it takes some, you know, it takes a certain fortitude, because it's scary as all hell, right? When everybody else is losing their pants and you're like, oh hell, I'm gonna buy up everything. That's scary. That takes courage. I'm not gonna sit there and tell you that anybody can do it. You know, I'm doing it right now, but I've went through one market cycle in 2008, and I saw everything, and I've read up enough, and I've watched other people, and I noticed that you don't got to think about it. Just listen to what all the smart money does, and just do it. It may not feel good, but you'll come out unscathed at the end, because that's what the smart people do, right? Let's see. Ernie says, everyone I know that has ridiculous money buy as much real estate as they can in down markets, as long as it's a deal. 100%, Ernie. That's so true. Orlando. Investing 101, buy low, sell high. Yep, 100%. And guys, that's how to be an investor. Buy low, sell high. That's I can create a whole course on buy low, sell high. All you're doing in real estate is day trading. Listen, all you're doing in wholesaling and flipping is day trading real estate. It's no different than what they do on the stock market, right? You have to know values. You have to know the areas. It's all about knowledge and information. When you know every neighborhood and you know your town and your city, you can't lose. I'm gonna say you can't lose. I mean, you could still lose, but you have a less likely chance of losing, right? It's all about knowledge and know-how. Erica says, where's your event going to be and when? Erica, so my event is in Destin, Florida, November 16th and 17th, 18th also if you get super VIP. What's up, Stefan? What's up, Mia? Mia, you coming to my event? You better be coming, Mia. What's up, Brandon?
Hey, push over a little bit. I'm getting cold.
You getting cold? All right, Big Mama's getting cold. Here, hold my wine, Mama.
Move up my way.
Let me see. Let me push over right here. Mama's getting cold. We need to get back to the fire here. All right.
You can handle the cold over
Yeah,
here.
we're not used to the cold weather over here in Louisiana. Let's see. Lewis, people need to live somewhere. Rentals is the way, man. Grant is right. Yep, 100%. Yep. No matter. Listen. Here's my mindset shift I had since 2008, right? Or 2014. Because that was really, 2008, our area didn't miss a beat. All the South, like Texas, Louisiana, didn't really have a recession in that time or not much of a recession, because the oil and gas was booming. Oil was $110 a barrel during 2008 and 2009. So the economy was still booming. Tons of jobs. But when we had our 2008, we're still having our 2008 over here in my area, but we had our 2008 in 2014 when the oil bust and went from $128 to $28 a barrel. But the point is, I'm going through that now, and we're buying up as much stuff as we can, because we know that the market's going to come back eventually. It already is starting to come back. But you have to know these things in order to be able to predict and forecast. Because if you're a newbie investor and you're in your 20s, you don't know anything. Like when I was buying real estate 6-7 years ago, before 2000, or actually, yeah, no, 2000, yeah, before 2014, I was buying up all kind of single family homes, because the market was booming. You could literally buy a house for $150,000 that was worth $225,000, and I can rent it out for $2,000 a month in 3 days. Well, I didn't know what I didn't know, right? And what happened was the economy crashed here in Lafayette in the South, in the oil patch, and they lost thousands of jobs, and all my rentals went vacant, and I got kicked in the nuts big time, right? So I learned a valuable lesson. You know, I'm for one, I quit buying high-end single-family homes. I should have never been buying $150,000 houses. My wife actually told me not to buy those houses.
That's right.
She said to buy the low-end,
Yes.
the low-end houses.
He started to fall in love with them.
I did.
I was like, I just don't think this is smart. I mean, I had been in real estate for a while. Most people were buying.
And we bought a lot. We bought $3 million worth of single-family homes. We didn't just buy 2 or 3.
Because at the time, you really could rent them for a lot.
No, we were renting them for a lot. And
really
within
could.
3 days to a week, they would rent. There was so many. Everybody had jobs.
But that was a bubble that had to pop eventually.
So my point is, we bought those. We bought all those rentals. 2014 hit. We went vacant. I was losing $5,000 a month, at least 5, maybe 7. Well, maybe 7, $8,000 a month. A lot, yeah. And then my shop started negative cash flowing. Like at the time I owned 3 quick lube, 4 or 3, no 3 at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Quick lube, car wash, and mechanic shops. They started negative cash flowing.
We lost big off-fill accounts.
Big oil-fill accounts. Everybody was losing their jobs. Like
they got rid of
it was
company trucks.
terrible. I mean, I was but right around the same time I got into wholesaling. So market crashes, my wholesaling business skyrockets because why? There's motivation everywhere. There's people I need to sell. I freaking crushed it. I was making 80, 100 grand a month.
Thank God.
Thank God. If I would not, I would have been bankrupt, guys. No doubt about it. I wouldn't bankrupt. So that's why I'm so passionate about wholesaling. But that's the time to wholesale, right? The market was down. The retail side wasn't there. Like you couldn't sell any houses. So it was like the perfect storm. The retail side was gone, and I started wholesaling all these houses, and I was crushing it. Now, fast forward, 4 years later? That was 2014. We're in 2018 now. The market is starting to rebound. I've been buying up a bunch of things. You know, we bought up, but we're working on our 3rd mobile home park now. We're buying in this area locally. We bought up, you know, probably 40, 50, or not that many, probably about 35 single-family homes. I just bought a small apartment complex, and we were buying for pennies on the dollar, way better than I've ever bought before. Why? Because I have the wholesaling piece set up. But as I learn and evolve as an investor, I'm realizing that wholesaling you should not always wholesale, right? You need to learn when to do what. So evaluate your deals and understand when to flip. I would only flip if it's a niche property, if you're in a super hot market and you know you can make good margins. Don't flip if you're gonna make 20 grand. You know, if you're gonna put in 3-4 months of labor, rehab, and it sits on the market for 2 weeks to 4 weeks, and you only make 20 grand, that's just too much work, guys. Wholesale and make 5 grand. But if you can make like the deal we got going right now, I'm not kidding you. This deal is ridiculous, Mama. Tell them about it. It's
I love it.
It's $100,000 to $150,000 flip, easy. Worst case scenario, we'll make 100. Best case scenario, we'll make 150, but we're probably gonna make 125. And it doesn't even need that much work. I'm talking about a roof, new AC in one of the new carpet, paint,
new light fixtures.
New light fixtures. That's it. Like we're gonna be done in probably a month.
Maybe not.
Yeah, about a month. It'll take about a month. But it's worth it because it's a niche property on the river. So that's why we're going to take that one down. What else? You know.
Oh, you know what's a smart tip? Okay, so the realtor who has it listed is going to give us all the existing feedback on what would have made the house sell.
Yeah, so it wouldn't sell because here's the thing: the house wouldn't sell because, and they paid. Listen, they paid $389 for this house 18 months ago, and we're buying it for $143. But they had dogs in the house. It ruined it, and they smoked. The house smells.
Don't put dogs in your house.
Yeah, don't put dogs in your house.
And don't smoke in your house.
The dogs pissed all over the sheetrock.
Everywhere, the walls.
It smells of dog. It smells the smoke. So that's why it wouldn't sell. And they didn't have the money to repaint it and do all that. So that's why they're having to give it away to us. But yeah, I lost my train of thought.
But anyway, we asked the realtor.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
Because he was like, dude, this house would have sold.
Yeah, he said he showed it 20, 30 times, and they all loved it.
Because he had sold the house
on
the street.
They all loved the property, but they weren't willing to put in the work. They didn't want it. They wanted it finished. They wanted it turnkey. So we basically got hooked up with the realtor, and this deal came off a Facebook ad, by the way. You know, a little $500, $600 Facebook ad will make $100 and some thousand on it, which is ridiculous. That's why I love this business. But the point, the more of the story is, we got the deal from Facebook, off of MLS. She reached out to me, but
she had it listed.
She had it listed. They showed it 20, 30 times. It wouldn't sell because it needed too much work, and minor work, not crazy work. And the realtor we're getting it from, the 20, 30 people that they showed it to, he has all their contacts. So we're going to call all those 20, 30 people and all the feedback. We're going to call all 20 because they all love the property. Oh my God, it's on the river. It's a 100-year-old historical house in beautiful area. We're going to call back all the 20, 30 people and say, hey, look, we're going to be rehabbing this house. Are you still interested in it? So I'm probably going to get a buyer before I even finish it, right? So that's kind of you got to be creative, guys. You got to do certain stuff. You got to be a problem solver. If I told you the deal we took down this week, you probably wouldn't believe me. It's the trailer deal that we from Restore, Louisiana. I shouldn't even be talking about it.
No, don't talk about it yet.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's such a crazy, awesome deal that I don't even want to talk about because I don't want to jinx myself.
We'll tell you next week.
Well, I'll tell you. Yeah, I close on it next week. I'll tell you about it next week. Let's see. Let's answer some questions. Lewis says multiple doors, though different scenarios for single door rentals. What's up, Joseph? What's up, Mia? What's up, Joe? What's up, Mr. Mills, Sonia?
That's okay.
Lewis says, I think it's important to follow the trends so you can adapt and react accordingly. Rule number 1, don't lose money. Rule number 2, see number 1. Dude, I love that, Lewis. So true. Like, you have to know, you have to adjust. Mama, go turn the lights on.
But eventually you're going to lose money.
Yeah,
real.
Well,
lessons.
Yeah.
Or if you hire a mentor,
yeah,
you would.
You're gonna have,
at the time you didn't have a mentor.
I didn't have a mentor. Yeah, you have to have. You're gonna have learning lessons. You're gonna have learning curves. But dude, that's where all the golden nuggets get extracted. When you make a mistake, and by the way, if you're on here, share and invite, guys. I'm giving away free Skeleton tickets to my event next week. It's gonna be a phenomenal event, by the way.
You have to show them the gumbo.
So, Big Mama wants me to show you the gumbo we're cooking. But anyway. You got to learn to adapt to your market, right? And know when, like, there's going to be so many shifts. Like, nothing stays the same. It's always shifting. The real estate market slows down, it picks up, it dies out, it picks up again, it slows. And you got to know.
Rents change.
Rents change. Neighborhoods change.
Yes.
You know, what was once a smoking hot neighborhood is now, like, literally a total rental market now, and nobody buys in there. It's all landlords. Plaza Village is like that now in life. When I grew up, well, no, 30 years. When I was a kid, 30 years ago, when I was a kid, I'm 37. I was about 7, 8 years old. I lived in some apartment complexes, and there was with my mom. There was a place called what was it? Plaza Village. We had a couple rentals in there. We still got one rental in there. But I used to ride my bike through Plaza Village to go to the baseball park to play, and that was like the up and coming smoking hot neighborhood. That was 30 years ago, and now. In retrospect, I bought two rentals in there, right? It's all rental property. Nobody buys in there to hardly flip. It's all rental property. So it just shows you, like, you got to know, you got to go with the trends, and you got to know what's going on in your market. So Lewis says Bronx realtor. That's why Lewis is a realtor. That's why he's dropping them nuggets like that. He knows what it's all about. Mark, my apologies. Didn't mean to offend you. I was one of them that lost my shirt in real estate during the last recessions, doing wholesaling and flips. You're a great mentor. Hey, Mark, dude, you're not offending me, man. Look, I appreciate the fact that you're even on here and you giving your opinion. I love, talking about ideas and.
He loves everyone's opinion but mine.
So, don't take it. Listen, I don't take that. Honestly, you're right. I'm not saying that you're wrong. Like, you're still right. It is not always the best time to, it's not the best time to flip, but I think.
It's not the best time for everyone.
It's not the best time for everyone. You're absolutely right, though. Like, the market shifts, like, things change, and it was definitely a time of, dude, listen, a lot of people lost their shirts, but I guarantee you, Mark, you learned, I guarantee you got a Harvard education in real estate going through that. I know it was tough, and you probably lost a lot. Shit, I lost a lot. It wasn't 2008, but I lost a lot in 2014. I'm still losing. So I don't take it as you're offending me, brother. I appreciate you even coming on and talking about it. So, and we got to talk about it, so that's great. So, anyway, let's see. What's up, Stephen Mill? Stephen Mill is coming to my event. He's one of my top students. I love you, man. You're awesome, Stephen. By the way, Stephen is one of my top students. Dude is killing it over there in Ohio. So, appreciate you being on. JJ Simmons. What's up, boss? You think you have your first deal? That's awesome, brother. Let me know how it goes. Lewis, I hope you recuperate loss. Mark, we learned in an industry. Yeah, that's exactly right, Lewis. We don't lose. Listen, Mark, we don't ever lose in this industry, dude. It's just a learning lesson. Like, you don't lose, you learn, right? Just like me, like I'm losing right now. I'm literally gonna probably lose 15, 20 deal on one deal. I'm losing 3,500 on that other deal, Mayor that's closing, where we bought 6 years ago. We bought wrong. We're losing 3,500.
And we still got lucky.
We got lucky. You lucky? I'm lucky. I'm not losing 30 grand on that deal. I'm losing $3,500 next. I'm not always gonna tell you the good shit that happens. I'm gonna tell you the bad.
But let's be real. With any kind of business you're in, at some point,
yes, you're gonna lose. Like that's why not everybody can be an entrepreneur, because they're not willing to take the good with the bad and the risk. Like it sucks sometimes. It sucks really bad being an entrepreneur.
It sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks being married to somebody who's stressed.
Yeah, like, I mean, I've been through some really, really freaking screwed up times, like borderline bankruptcy. Like, it ain't always good, guys. And if you're not willing to go through that, don't do it. There's nothing wrong with being an employee. There's nothing wrong with working, you know, for somebody and making a living. But you just understand that you're going to limit your potential. But it's all the risk versus reward. Some people don't want to deal with the stress, and that's totally understandable. Like if I didn't want to deal with the stress, I would just go work for a crazy person like me who's willing to take a lot of risk. It's as simple as that. Like that's what I would do, right? And you know, and that's what it's about. Like you got to be willing to take the risk. Without the risk, without the risk, there's not going to be a whole lot of reward. That's why being an employee is safe. It's safe.
It's how my parents did it, and we did it
works,
life.
and you can.
But that's just how they.
But you're gonna limit your income. So, what's up, Jonathan? Jonathan's coming to the event. What's up, Amy? That's Patty's sister. The shark smells blood in the bayou, man. That's funny. What's up, Kevin? What's up, Jason? Any questions, guys? Post your questions. What's up, Bob? If you're interested in my program, go to chrisrood.com. If you're interested in coming to my event, share this stream. I'm going to give away tons of free Skillathon tickets by sharing this stream. I want you to be there. It's going to be ridiculously good. I'm telling you, it will change your mindset, 100%.
We're excited.
Yeah, we're definitely excited. Let's see. If you buy right, you don't lose. Exactly, Ernie. If you buy right, you just can't lose, and that's the whole point of being an investor. That's a cardinal. That same cardinal's been coming underneath here. Saw him this morning. But if you buy right, you really just don't lose. I mean, if you buy a property that's worth 100 grand and you pay 60,000 for it, and we have a crash and we have a 20% correction, well, that property you bought that was worth 100 is worth 80 now. You still paid 60 grand for it. So that's why it's so important to have the wholesaling business set up. But don't just get caught up in wholesaling. Wholesale, stack the cash, take down the best deals that you can make 50K plus that need minimal work. It's got to have a certain criteria for me to flip. It's got to be in a niche area that I know is going to sell. It can't be a total devastation rehab where I got to gut it to the studs and redo everything, and it's a 6-month rehab project. That's number 2.
It's got to have a wow factor.
It's got to have a wow factor to it, and I got to make at least 50, 60 grand within 3 to 4 months. I'm not flipping something that takes. You see these guys that flip. They flip a property, it takes them 6 to 8 months to rehab, and then they close in 30 days, and then they made 40 grand. You didn't make no money, man.
You babysat so long.
For 9 months, you made 40 grand. Divide that up by 40. What is that? You made four grand a month. Come on, man. So know when to time the wholesale, know when to time the wholesale, know when to flip it, and know when to buy and hold. You know, another thing too I did early on is I wholesaled everything. I had deals that were so freaking awesome that I left money on the table that I should have just kept as rentals. So, and some of you guys saying, well, Chris, I don't have the capital or I don't have the way to do that. Well, find some private money. And you say, well, I don't have anybody that has money. Well, go find the people that got money. There's so much money out there. Go find the people that got money. Look, we got a land development deal right now we're going to make a small fortune on that we got zero of our own money in. I found the deal. It was such a sweet deal.
Hold up.
I'm sorry, Mama. I'm sorry.
I found the deal.
She found the deal. I'm sorry.
Well, wait. Even I'm wrong. My friend Jessica found the deal and called me.
It was a realtor. It was a realtor we networked with. But
so don't take the credit.
I won't take the credit. Okay, you're right. That was a smoking hot deal. Boy, go put some clothes on. Go put some clothes on, naked baby. I got a naked baby in front of me. Right? Go put some clothes on, son. Anyway, but we found this deal, right? And it was an investor from New York. He didn't want the property anymore. He freaking unloaded it. He unloaded it for $28 or $20,000 an acre, and the property's probably worth what? Shit, $70,000-$80,000 an acre, easy. It was 15. It was more.
We got 130 for a quarter.
We got 130 for
3/4 of an acre.
3/4 of an acre on one side of it. We bought 15 acres of it. We kept 4.5 for ourselves. We're going to build a big house on it, hopefully in the next year or so.
Oh, we're starting in February.
No, we're not, Big Mama. The other side, we sold off 2 businesses. We pretty much paid for our land free and clear. And then the front piece, we partnered up with a money guy who's got $20 million, sold an oil field company. He's funding the whole project, and he's happy to fund the whole project. I don't have zero of my own money because the deal is so unbelievable we can't lose.
The location
is
epic.
Yeah, location's epic. It's all about location. So the key is find the deal and money will follow it, right? Mm-hmm. Find the deal and money will follow it. All right, let's see. What's up? I mean, I can't wait to hang out with you. What's up, Stefan, Jason, Miguel? Miguel, what's going on? Miguel, listen, guys, if you don't know who Miguel is, he's going to be speaking to my event. Guy's 28 years old. He's from Canada. I think he's from Alberta. I think you're from Alberta, right, Miguel? Yes, but Miguel is one of the youngest entrepreneurs I know that are just freaking, he's just a badass entrepreneur. This dude his mindset's on point. He knows how to run a business. He knows how to start a business. The dude is on point, right?
Arden.
So anyway, he's going to be speaking at my event. Christian Coburn, wait, Arden, get out.
ChrisRood.com.
I got a naked baby behind me. Hold on. Get that naked baby out of there before I get in trouble with Facebook. Get that naked baby out of here.
ChrisRood.com.
Hold on. Where's he at, Mama? Oh, where's he at? Where's he at? Get that naked baby out of here. Get that naked baby out of here before I get in trouble. Anyway, guys.
ChrisRood.com.
All right, Asa. All right, Asa. That's right, Asa. Anyway, Christian Coburn is going to be speaking at my event. Christian has an awesome wholesaling business over there in Orlando, Florida. Him and his partner, Christian Morin, are crushing it over there. What's up, Edgar?
That's Aiden.
Yeah, that's Aiden. We got like 20 kids, so you might see a bunch of new faces. Ernie says, and 70 miles from us, the market is booming. There's more jobs than people. Trailers renting for up to $3K a month. Now that's going to be a major correction in a few years. People will be so upside down that their property will hold the same value. Exactly, Ernie. Like that's how crazy it is. Like you go 70 miles west of me in Lake Charles, the market's freaking booming. There's not enough. There's big chemical plants. There's more jobs than there are people to work them, and there's not enough places to rent. So it's just like you got to know all these different markets, right? What's up, Eddie? What's up, Michael? How's our gumbo, Mama?
Oh, it's smelling good.
Smelling good. How much time we got left on that? Daddy's getting hungry. What's up, Tom?
About 30
Erica,
minutes.
I thought about buying mobile home parks as well. I don't hear too many people speak highly about them. Hey, give them to me. I'll take them. I'll take them all day long. I love. That's all I want. I want to sell off everything and just have mobile home parks. I think they're the bomb.com. Anyway, what's up, Josh?
We're in the process.
We're in the process of buying our 3rd mobile home park right now. Listen, guys, I've done single family. I've done a ton of single family homes. I've done probably 70, 80 single family homes. We own 2 short-term vacation rentals, which we love, but they're not really cash flow machines, but they pay for themselves, and we get a free place to vacation. I've owned small apartment complexes, and we're working on our 3rd mobile home park. By far, our best investment has been the mobile home parks. By far, not even close. Not even close. So anyway, Lewis, how do you handle not running dry on your investment capital? So as far as my investment capital, I borrow a lot of money, Lewis. I don't really. The banks love me because they can't lose, right? They can't lose on my deals because I'm buying so discounted. So honestly, the local small, you believe it or not, Lewis, I don't even have to put any money down in any of the deals I buy with the banks. That's how good of a relationship I have with the community banks. His banker's on his buyer's list. The bankers are on my buyers list. They want my deals because I'm buying so discounted. I'm getting my attorney buys a lot of my own deals too. So when I get hooked up and I find these deals, I get hooked up with these small community banks. When you get stuff under contract for 50, 60 cents on the dollar and you bring that to the board and they say, hey, we're trying to approve this for Chris Rood. He's trying to buy this rental property. They're like, how the hell? All the time they're like, how the hell is Chris finding all these deals? Like literally, how is he finding all these deals? And they don't realize because they don't understand wholesaling. They don't understand that I'm buying it 40, 50, 60 cents on the dollar. They don't get that. They don't know how I'm doing it. But they don't understand wholesaling and how I'm marketing direct to seller. I'm marketing directly to motivated sellers. So honestly, Lewis, I don't run out of capital because I don't use none of my own capital. Even when borrowing from money from the banks, I'm not putting any money down. So I mean, it's hard to lose. What marketing strategy did that come from? As far as what the mobile home parks, Orlando, is that what you're talking about, or the land development deal we were talking about earlier? What's up, Cody? What's up, Erica? Michael, hey Chris, who does your Facebook advertising for you? Thank you. So I have 2 people. So just to do like a boosted paid ad, my assistant Jan does that. But a guy named Gene Blanco, he may be on this live feed. He does my Facebook stuff for me. He does an awesome job. Shoot me an inbox and I'll get you hooked up with him. Mom, it's getting cold out here. Eric says good mentors are key. True. Yeah, you gotta have good mentors, 100%. Randy says, what's up, Chris? Greg, let's roll. Ready to push. Jackson, Greg, signing. Awesome, Greg. Let's get you rolling, my brother. I'm ready to have you come in. What's up, Philip? Lewis, deals are so unpredictable. Not until that check clears can you open the eyes. Absolutely, 100%, Lewis. What's up, David? Lewis shared it.
Tell me that. We moved out of our house, and on closing day, they changed their mind.
Yeah, that's so true. Tip, yeah, we had this house sold.
True nightmare.
And the day before we were supposed to close, you had already moved out.
The day of closing, that morning.
That morning, yeah.
They changed their mind and bought my neighbor's house.
After we signed a lease on another house, moved all of our stuff out with our 5 kids, they changed their mind because they didn't want to tell me this, but I found out afterwards. A house 1 street down came up right next to his buddy, his best friend, and he didn't know how to tell us, so he just pulled out and went and bought that other deal.
So tell me about it.
So yeah, don't count your chickens until they hatch, right? Eric, should I continue saving and investing in multifamily in about 3 years, or purchase single families now in the Missouri market? Eric, I don't know, man. I don't know your market. You know, all I can tell you is just
get a deal.
Get the deals, right? I don't care. Listen, I'm still going to buy single family homes. I'm still going to buy apartment complexes. I love mobile home parks. I'm going to really double down on those. But I'll buy anything as long as it's a deal. If you buy discount, when you're a professional wholesaler like me, you buy so discounted, it's hard not to buy deals in every different asset class because I don't know how to buy so discounted, right? So I know Grant says, oh, don't buy single family homes, but I would disagree with that. We have some single family homes that we're getting like 30% returns on. Like, it's ridiculous.
And
because I'm buying so cheap.
When we want to sell them, they're easy to
Yeah,
sell.
and when there's some single family homes I'm getting $850 a month. I paid $20 grand for $850 a month. Section 8 housing. I can't lose. I'm gonna get my money back in 3 years. Direct deposit. I'm gonna get my money back in 3 years. And if I want to wholesale it, they'll appraise for 50 grand. I can wholesale them for 35, 40 grand. So it's whatever you can get a deal on, right? I wouldn't say just do this or just do that, or no, man. Listen, wherever the deal's at, right?
I'm gonna play
Oh, okay, my baby. Okay, be good, my baby. All right, daughter says she's gonna play Fortnite with her brother.
Don't learn anything from Asa.
All right. So anyway, Eric. So yes, ma'am. You can go, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Yep. So my point is, Eric, I don't think you should get stuck with just one asset class. Like, if it's a deal, it's a deal, man. The way to know if it's a deal is to know your area, right? You know if it's a deal when you know what things are worth in the surrounding areas and you know your market. So I wouldn't just say, hey, I'm only going to buy apartments. Now, if you're somebody like Grant Cardone, who's got millions upon millions of dollars with a net worth of close to $1 billion, well, his net worth is probably about $300 or $400 million, I would guess. It doesn't make sense to buy single-family homes because it's the economies of scale. Mm-hmm. You got too much money to play around with a single-family home. I'm not there yet, and probably everybody on here is not there yet. So single-family homes still make sense for me, and it makes sense for a lot of investors.
Not to mention big apartment complexes are overwhelming to think about right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's not real to me. Mm-hmm. Huge apartment. When you buy a $100 million apartment complex, or a 200 unit or 300 unit, whatever he's buying, you can scale that as far as, like, you can dump 20, 30, $40 million in that and make a phenomenal return when you get in a 6 to 8 cap on that. That's huge money. But if you buy in a 20 unit apartment complex, to Grant, that's just not.
I think it's all about gradient scale. Like, you
start with.
If you get into too much, it's too much, right?
Yeah.
So you slowly start and you learn each asset. I think that's the best way to do it.
The good thing about single family homes that I like is that I'm not stuck with them. If you buy a 100 million, or let's say 100 unit apartment complex and it don't work out, guess what? You're pretty much stuck.
There's only so many buyers.
There's only so many people that can buy that from you. But I can buy a single family home, and what? I'm open to a lot of options. I can wholesale it back to another investor. I can throw it back on MLS to a retail buyer who's going to buy it to live there. You can't break apart a 100 unit apartment complex, say, hey, I'm stuck, man. Mr. Banker, I'm just going to sell off 5 of these units to help pay back the mortgage. No, dude, you stuck. Like, you gotta sell it all off or nothing, or go bankrupt or foreclose on it. So now there's pros and cons to that too. You got, the good thing about big apartment complexes is non-recourse loans. Mm-hmm. Meaning, when you buy those big apartment complexes, if you go belly up, the banks can't come after you. They just take back the asset. Mm-hmm. Hey, look, I want to show them, guys. Look at how pretty it is. Look at that. The sun's going down over here. Look how pretty that is. That's beautiful, guys. Wow. Something about cold weather and fire and a glass of wine, mama. Anyway, so that's kind of my thoughts on single family home. If you're a newbie investor, don't get too caught up in trying to buy a 100 unit apartment complex just starting off. Start off small. Just start off with a wholesaling business so you know how to buy right. You know how to buy deeply discounted. Get you some single family homes under your belt. I like Section 8. We have we probably have 15 houses on Section 8 right now. It's guaranteed money from the government. We get a check, direct deposit every month like clockwork, right? So it's really no risk. And if I bought it so cheap, I just sell it if it didn't work out. So Eric, to answer your question, buy and invest in what's a great deal that you understand, right? Make sure you understand the asset too. Don't just buy stuff just because it's a great deal. Understand it. It may be a great deal, but it may be crap or it may be shit,
well,
right?
Let me ask you this. When we first started, everything we bought, it was something we could also float.
Yeah. Make sure you don't overinvest, because we bought stuff that we knew that if it getting rent, we could pay the note, right? So you always have to have a hedge, right? You always have to have a backup plan. Cody says, I have a lot of buyers who are interested in commercial properties. Do you do a lot of commercial deals? Is wholesaling the same as resident? Look, I'm wholesaling a 12-unit apartment complex right now. We're going to make about 25 grand on. Not a whole lot of money. So yeah, I mean, then I've got an 8-unit mobile home park that I'm wholesaling. I'm making probably 35, 40 grand on that. I don't just do single family homes. We do whatever. If I'm not in love with the deal, I just wholesale it, right? Like that 8-unit mobile home park, I like it. I mean, but it's like I'm not in love with it, so I'm going to wholesale it, and I'm going to get some of my cash. I paid cash for it. I paid $150 for it. I'm selling it for $200. After realtor fees, we'll probably make about we'll make about $38,000 on it after realtor fees. So, but I wasn't totally in love with it. Like I have this 12-unit apartment complex. It's in the ghetto, but cash flow is really good. I mean, it's. Matter of fact, the numbers are crazy good, but I don't feel comfortable. The week we bought it, they had a shooting right in front of the 12-plex, so we're like, okay, well, we're gonna get rid of this deal. So I already got that sold, but it's just a matter. You got to go with your intuition, your instincts, and it's weird. As you do real estate for long enough, you get this intuition or this sixth sense about what properties you feel like you should keep and which ones you shouldn't keep. So, okay, go handle that, Mama. Greg says, this is the guy to learn from. I appreciate that, Greg. What's up, Victoria? Bob, just got to get it. Justin, if you don't go through those times, you won't appreciate the good time. 100%, Justin. That's so true, dude. That is so true. How can you appreciate the good if you've never went through the bad, right? There's no comparison. If things are always good, you don't know what to compare it to. So you definitely got to ride the waves, right? It's the peaks and valleys, But if you get good enough at this, you make money at every cycle. You make money at the top, you make money at the peaks, you make money at the valleys. Erica says, and some people love the risk for the freedom. 100%, Erica. What's up, Bill? Lewis, that's so true, Chris. High risk, high reward, the entrepreneur way. That's right, Lewis. Cam, did you get the book, The Game of Life, yet? No. Oh, no, actually, no, I did. I put it on my... Did I? I think I did. I think right after you told me that, Sonia, I think I went on Amazon, and I think I ordered it. I did order it. I'm sorry, I did order that. Yes, I did. I remember doing it right after I went on Amazon and got it. I appreciate the book referral. Should make that into a song. Okay. What song you want to make that into, Sonia? What's up, Dan? Mark, Great insight showing a different side. Then we're all going to be rich. Glad you went deep into different aspects of the business. You gained my respect this evening. Yeah, I appreciate that, Mark. It's all about perspective, Mark. Like, dude, I don't claim to know it all. I made a lot of mistakes, dude. I've done some dumb shit in my life, like some dumb stuff that I'm looking like, why did I buy that? I was so stupid. But I learned a lot from it. But most people don't even have the courage to buy stuff like that or even jump in and take a risk. And that's where I learned. That's where I get the most perspective. I'm just looking for perspective. And as I learn from these different experiences where I lose money, as I go down the future, I just have so many different viewpoints and so many different experiences and perspective. Like, I'm like knowledgeable, and that's where wisdom. That's where you get all the wisdom, right? And so I can make better choices with, like, I really don't think, I don't want to say I can't lose, but the probability of me losing now on deals have just went down dramatically because I've learned so much, and I was willing to take that risk, and I did make some mistakes. But the way to mitigate all those risks, guys, is getting a mentor. Like, if you get a mentor, if I'd have had a mentor before 2012 when I was buying up all those deals, I would have never, ever bought the deals I bought. I was so dumb. So dumb. I bought deals that I would have never bought if I'd had a mentor. So don't be so, so rash and egotistical to think you know everything. Like, guys, get yourself a mentor. It's as simple as that. I mean, I wish, knowing what I know now, I'd have got a mentor. Who's got my money, Grant or Chris? Grant's got your money more than me, my brother. I promise you that. Eric, what's up? Hold up. Let's see. Wow. What's up, Brian? Awesome deal. What's up, Gene? Gene's my Facebook guy, by the way, guys. Gene does some Facebook stuff for me. Reach out to Gene. He's the man. Erica says, great job. Find the deal and money will follow. Exactly, Erica. Find the deal. Like, if you find a deal and you just go talk to all the people who got money, dude, they'll partner up with you. They'll see the value, especially if it's in a great area and it's discounted, super discounted. People will invest with you. Post your question, guys. I'll answer any questions for a little while this fire is going. Mama's got a like a gumbo over there. Go, Mama, move out the way so I can see that gumbo. Do you see that pot over there? Look at that gumbo pot. Like that pot over there. See that pot over there? Look at that gumbo pot full of gumbo. Chicken and sausage gumbo. But anyway, Evo, tell your boy that Taylor's sister here her message and said, hey.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Asa called Taylor's sister.
Oh.
Because
Taylor's one of my students. They came in from Virginia. Awesome people. They came in and they're getting into the wholesale, and they'll be at the event. Tell your boy that Taylor's sister here
says hi.
Says hi. That's
okay.
What's up, go? Jared, what's going on? Jared's one of my students. Sean's one of my students. What's up, Sean? Let's see. Ernie says, is there a valuation you use on your buyers' use for rentals, like rent for price of property? Let me read that again. Read that again to me real quick.
So, you drank too much wine?
No, not really. I haven't eaten.
Is there a value?
I've been fasting all day. I'm starting to not be able to think right because I need to eat something.
So is there a valuation you use or your buyers use for rentals, like rent for price of property?
Oh, yeah. So typically on super low-end properties, my investors are going to want to be in probably about 65 to 70 cents on the dollar. So I try to pick it up for 50, especially on low-end properties, like properties that are like worth 50 grand. I try to pick them up for 25,000. I typically sell them for 30 to 35,000. That's typically where I'm at. Now, a higher-end rental in a nice area, I can get it for 70, 75 cents on the dollar, and I'll sell it to them for 80, typically 75 to 80 cents on the dollar. That makes sense, Ernie. What's up, Jonah? Jonah's one of my students from Houston. Orlando. You said it was from FB. Yep, Orlando. It was the FB lead, my brother. Let's see. Sergi. Dan. What's up, Dan? Dan's one of my students. Courtney. Glad another Kunas is in the business. Yeah, man. That's right. Coach Chris for president. I appreciate that, Jonah. Hope you're doing well, my brother. Hope you're doing good. Wish you can come out to the event.
I know.
Hope you and your wife are doing well. Orlando, did you keep the earnest money? Did you keep the earnest money? I don't know what that's about.
Which deal he's talking about?
Yeah, which deal you talking about, Ernie? Edna, Michael, Jonah, I got this badass deal that I'm actually going to flip myself. Awesome, man. I got it for so cheap. It's all about getting those properties for cents on the dollar. I love real estate because of Chris. Hey, Jonah, that's awesome, brother. I'm so glad you're doing well. Jonah was one of my first students, like probably, what, a year and a half ago? That's awesome, Jonah. Let's hook up again, Jonah, and talk soon. I'd like to hear about your deal, man. If you come across any mobile home parks, make sure you call me, Jonah. I'm a buyer, dude. I'm looking. Personally had the same thing happen to one of my best friend's parents on closing day, but they kept $55K for the buyer backing out 2 months later. The same buyer came back and bought their house. Wow, that's crazy. Antoine, the single family was acquired with hard money or just terms? The single family was acquired with hard money or just...
We always buy with hard money.
No, not hard money. We use the bank.
Oh, I thought you meant terms as in...
No, like, terms is like, you know, if they buy a lease option or owner finance.
That's what I was thinking.
Move to Houston, coach. There are deals galore here. I know, Jonah. Houston is a ridiculous market. Its volume proportional to scale. Yep, that's right. I want a storage facility instead of 50 single-family homes.
I just talked him out of buying a storage unit.
Yeah, Ernie, that storage unit that you sent me, Ernie, that 149 unit or 112 unit. Man, it was a deal killer with the flood insurance. The flood insurance was like $6,800 a year. Otherwise, I was going to buy it.
I wasn't comfortable with buying it.
But Patty wasn't comfortable. She didn't like it. But I don't know that space that well, so I was kind of just uncomfortable. But let's see. No problem, Eric. Appreciate you posting right here. Erica, like hearing your strategy versus grants on 20-plus apartment units. Yeah, Eric, listen.
Grant isn't wrong either.
He's not wrong either, but he's in a different game. Like, he's on a different plateau. He's in a different... Listen, when you're talking from somebody like Grant who owns, almost $1 billion worth of real estate, he has a different viewpoint.
He can have
he's
whatever he wants.
Yeah, that's a different perspective. Yeah. Guys like me and guys like you can still make money. Like, listen, I buy 24-unit trailer parks and make a ton of money. I got a park right now. I bought a mobile home park. I paid $405,000 8 months ago at a price of $605 as is. I put about $75,000 into it. I took the rent from $7,200 to $13,500. I brought that back to the bank. We're refinancing. I'm about to pull out probably $250,000 to $300,000. We should be getting back the appraisal any day now, or any day, probably next couple of weeks. So. But that's a 24-unit. I mean, I love that deal. Now, would Grant buy that deal? It's probably too small of a deal for him. But it's all relative, guys. It's relative to where you're at in your life. Right. So, how did you start Section 8? Antonio, so Section 8, you just got to get the right houses. Usually typical
follow the right codes.
Right codes. You don't want to buy, like, totally trash houses. You want to buy, like, lower end. They do come inspect them for certain things. you have to get it inspected. It's got to meet code, and it's got to have certain vents and fire alarms, all that stuff. So it's just a matter of getting
egress and everything else.
Antonio. So you just have to go get set up with the Section 8 Housing Authority. It's not hard. Google Section 8 Authority and call them and say, hey, look, I'm a landlord. I'm looking to get set up with Section 8. Erica says, okay, thank you. I agree about that. I'll be taking your wholesale course eventually. Awesome, Erica. Appreciate it. Lewis, it's guaranteed, man. That's what I keep telling everyone here in New York City. Awesome. Oh, you're actually buying. I thought you were just selling contract. No, Antonio, no, we do everything, man. Whatever. Listen, that's the whole point of this live, Antonio. You don't want to just be a wholesaler, man. You want to know when to hook, jab, kick, uppercut, right? You got to know when to wholesale. You got to know when to hotel. You got to know when to flip. You got to know when to buy and hold. You gotta know when to let go of the deal. Like, you gotta know the strategies, right? So you gotta know all these things, right? What's up, Andrea? Andrea is on this live. Andrea is my partner's wife. What's up, Big Mama? Say hello.
You found your address yet?
Andrea, that's my partner's Ben's wife, Andrea from Canada.
She'll be speaking?
She's gonna be speaking. That's right. What's up, Peter? Carrie says, OMG. The gut feeling, that's right, Lewis. Sean, definitely. Randy, so I heard you say you love mobile home parks. This interests me. Do you prefer all age parks, 55-plus parks, or seasonal 55-plus parks? I like them all. I like, just if it's a mobile home park in a decent area.
He likes all mobile home parks.
If it's in a decent area.
Send him his way.
Yeah, send him to me. I feel like it's affordable housing. There's a reason why Warren Buffett's buying up all kind of mobile home parks across the country right now, because it's the last vestiges of affordable housing. Let me see where I'm at on my chart, Jason. I'll give you mine. Let's see, I'm at 62%. I'm good. All right. Yeah, you can take my charge or something. Wait. Okay. So,
ChrisRood.com.
what's that, Asa? Tell them.
ChrisRood.com. Skills get the deals.
Go put a shirt on.
Go subscribe to Chris Rood.
There you go. Tell them. It's 40 degrees outside. Go put a shirt on.
Your kids are always naked.
Yeah, that's what happens when you live in South Louisiana. You run around naked. Anyway, Erica, makes sense to me. Hold what you totally love and wholesale the others. I believe intuition to make moves as well. Yep, 100%, Erica. Brett, what's up, Brett? Lewis, Chris is honest man and a good man of God with his church. 100%, Lewis. 100%, man. We're good to our church. We donate a lot of money, don't we, Mama? Yeah. Let's see. The song on the different exit strategies. Erica, another good book, The Seat of the Soul by Gary. Life changer. Awesome. Sonia, who is your mentor now? Uncle G's my mentor. I follow Uncle G like a hawk, you know. I mean, he called me this past week, and we talked about some things that he's wanted me to do. He was trying to push me to do something. He's trying to get me out of my comfort zone, and I honestly, I'm not ready to do what he had asked me to do. But dude, Uncle G is my mentor. He's where I want to be, right? You know, he's light years of where I'm at. He stretches me, right? That's why do I sponsor GrowthCon? Why do I have a show in his network? You know, why do I want to be around in his space? Because he takes me to another, you know, to the next level, right? So Uncle G all the way. Grant Cardone is my mentor. Omar, what's up? Brian. Jonah, Chris is the best REI coach alive. Hey, I appreciate that, Jonah. When are you checking into the Hilton?
We're staying in our house.
We're gonna stay in my house. My house is about 3 or 4 miles down from the Hilton, so we're gonna stay there. But we're leaving when? Monday morning. Mm-hmm. We're gonna leave Monday morning, so I'll be there early this week. You know, working on some stuff. What's up, John? Post your questions, guys. Come to Skeleton. Listen, if you're just coming on, share and invite. I'm gonna get you a ticket to Skeleton. Share this stream, and I'll get you a ticket. What's up, James? Post your questions too. We're talking about real estate. We talked about a lot of stuff. You're just coming on. I'm not gonna repeat myself. Go back and watch this live later. Follow me on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram at Real Estate Rood. And come to my event. What's up, Dylan? Chris, do you do subject twos? I used to. Well, I don't do subject twos. I do lease options. I've done quite a bit of lease options. I haven't done one in a while, although I may be buying the next park I buy on a lease option or owner finance, or doing what's called a credit sale on it. So wholesaling is just the beginning, baby. That's right, Jonah. Wholesaling is where you should start. Buy and hold is where you should end, guys. What up, says Andrea. I try and learn all aspects of the real estate industry. That's what makes us a valuable asset to our clients. Exactly, Lewis. I try to be well versed in a lot of things too. I want to know about everything, but I want to be really, really good at like 1 or 2 things, right? I want to know the different aspects of it. Like, I'm not a great flipper. I can do it, but I'm a great wholesaler, and I feel like I'm a great buy and hold guy. And those are the 2 things that I do well. That's why I just don't flip a lot of deals unless it's a home run deal, because I'm just not a super expert at it, right? There's some guys say, Chris, you're stupid. You should be flipping all your deals. Why are you not? And I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just not an expert. Then I feel like.
Well, first of all, you're too busy to be an expert at that, because flipping takes a lot of time.
Yeah, it does. It really does. So
every week he tells me that I need to be a builder.
Yeah.
One day, maybe when my kids are older, I will.
Yeah. Do you buy RV parks? I mean, no, but I mean.
I wouldn't. I would totally love to buy RV parks.
I gotta go to the little boy's room. Mama, take over, Mama. I gotta go to the little boy's room.
Okay, I would totally love to buy RV parks, because those are big around here and they do really well. It's a lot to manage, though. It's more of a lifestyle. Hey, what's the game plan if shit hits the fan and recall all your notes? If they do recall them and you don't have the cash to pay for all of them, will force you to foreclose. Well, guess what, Evo? I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'll let him deal with it. No, I don't know. That's a question for Chris. Yeah, Uncle G's the man. I'll be in Florida in February. Awesome. Florida is awesome. If you haven't been to Destin and you can't come this weekend, just make time to go. I have a house that you want to rent. Let me know. It's beautiful. I love Florida. I love all parts of Florida. Considering upgrading to VIP tickets, what's the difference between my basic ticket and VIP? You'll be getting lunch both days, and you'll be getting preferential seating. And I don't know what else. I have to ask Chris. But you can do that at any time if you want to. Do you offer one-on-one training for wholesaling? We offer one-on-one training, yes. Those are like, Chris, the one-on-one training is the $25,000.
Well, 10 or 25,000, depending on what. 10, let me get close to the tip over here, Mom.
Okay, so this is a question I want you to ask. I already told him that. I already told Evo that if this happens, like, I'm out.
What?
Say, hey, what's the game plan if the shit hits the fan and they recall all your notes?
What they call the loans? Well, if they call them, I don't really care because I don't have any money in those deals. They can have them
We're
back.
going to lose our credit.
Well, not necessarily.
If
If they call the loans, well, here's the thing, Evo, I'm sorry, dude. I've been butchering your name. I still can't. So if they call the loans, I mean, I don't think they'll ever do that. Let me tell you why they won't do that with me. I don't deal with the big banks. I don't deal with frickin', Chase Bank. I don't deal with Goldman Sachs. I don't deal with Deutsche Bank. I don't deal with all those big banks. I deal with all the small community local banks. Those are the only banks that stayed liquid during the 2008 crash, right?
I would think they would just have a conference with you and we would figure it out.
Well, if they called the loan, if they called the loans, it's because the banks become illiquid. They're out of capital. And what I would do is I would just refinance with another bank that is liquid because I'm good. My credit's great. I have capital. I have good credit. I have money in the bank. I can show that I'm making a lot of money. So I would just refinance.
And that's why we're always crazy anal about our credit.
You have to have good, protect your credit, guys. Protect your credit like with your life. That's basically your honor and your integrity in the financial world. Your credit is your honor and integrity in the financial world. That's how people value you, like the banks. Like, what's his credit score, right? How much money does he make? So understand that. Like, if you don't have good credit, guys, work on your credit. It's so important to work on your credit.
There's a lot of people that just disregard that. That bothers me.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people that they think, oh, I'll just lose my credit. No,
if
guys.
you have, if you think that way, you have a huge ethics problem. Okay.
I mean, listen, I was able to buy a mobile home park with two mobile home parks with no money down because I have great credit and I'm buying so deeply discounted. If I didn't have credit, I wouldn't be able to do that. Me having credit allows me to buy all these deals deeply discounted and keep them, right? Because I have such great credit. So,
I answered.
Okay. Do you offer one-on-one? Yes, I offer one-on-one training. Christopher, hit me up, inbox me out there so we can talk. We'll get on a call. We'll talk about that.
Ask Evo. He just got that program,
Evo just came over here. The one-on-one program used to come hang out with me in my office, come on appointments, listen to buyers, listen to sellers. Evo just did that with me, him and his wife. Kicked him a crawfish etouffee. Learned a lot about real estate. So Jonas, aside from word of mouth, what's your most successful marketing strategy? Man, I love the online stuff. I love online. Facebook, SEO, PPC. I'm an online guy. That's what, and I'm not going to say that just because I say that. Don't everybody say, "Oh my God, online's the way to go." I mean, you can talk to some people and they'll tell you direct mail's the way to go, or cold calling, right? I know guys killing it with cold calling, direct mail. You just got to figure out what works in your market.
What is the best state to wholesale?
The best state? There is no. Well, I don't say there's no best state. There is better states than others. The best cities to wholesale in are the B/C cities of America, Middle America, right? Middle America is going to be the best areas to wholesale in, not the high-end A+ markets. No, it's the B-, C+ areas, Middle America.
Return on money or return on time. That's right.
Yep. Lewis, have you ventured out of the U.S. to invest? Have you heard of the development of the Gwand or Pakistan? I was told return after completion is insane. Man, I would stay away from that. I'm only going to invest what I know and what I know about, and I'm not going to just go off of speculation.
Somebody had. Where was it that the hurricane hit that somebody was offering?
Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico. I just don't know the market.
I have some friends investing in that. And
Yeah.
It's just something that we don't feel comfortable with.
Guys, if you're coming on, share and invite. I'm going to give away some free Skeleton tickets. Projection, awesome, thanks. Can you touch on assisted living homes? Okay, I mean, great. Look, I'm glad you're talking about that because the guy that's speaking at my event, Gene, his last name is, I'm so terrible name, Girano. Anyway, he's hooked up with Robert Kiyosaki with Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I'm interviewing him Monday from my beach house. We're going to do a Facebook Live. He's going to be speaking at my event Saturday or Friday. Wait, Friday? No. Anyway, but he's coming to my event next weekend. I'm interviewing him. Make sure you guys come on for that. I'm interviewing him this Monday coming up. He's basically what he's doing. He's taking like 3, 4, 5 bedroom houses, turning them into assisted living houses by making them handicap accessible, basically miniature nursing homes. And he's renting them out for like $4 and $5 grand a room per month. And he's getting it because there's a lot of people that don't want to put their family members, especially if their mom and dad's got a lot of money, they don't want to put them in a nursing home. They put them in single family homes where it's a small environment.
For a lot more reasons though. Sometimes there's not room. Sometimes there's just not any good nursing homes. Like, it's really hard to find the right place.
Courtney says, what town, go back up?
What time Monday?
What areas, town, states are you in? So right now I'm in Lafayette, Louisiana, Lake Charles, Baton Rouge, Orange Beach, Alabama, and Destin, Florida. Those are all the areas I'm investing in.
What time Monday?
What time Monday? I think it's on my schedule. I think it's 6 or 7 o'clock Monday. Central Time. Yeah, 6. I think
we'll
it's 7.
Announce
yeah,
Monday
I'm gonna post it. So, what's up, Taylor? I know you're probably over there eating donuts.
She was eating almonds. Shut up.
Anyway, guys. Mama, is that gumbo ready? Let's go show them that gumbo. Let's go show them that gumbo. Hold on. Let's go show them what a good Cajun gumbo looks like. About to call it a night. If you don't know what a gumbo is, guys, you need to come down to Louisiana and get you some.
Let me try to flip this right here.
Look at that. Where's the spoon at,
right
Mama?
here.
Oh, let me get the spoon.
Wait, it's right here.
Give it there. You got chicken and look at that chicken and look at that sausage. We gotta cut that sausage, Mama.
Yeah, I haven't had that. No.
You put that over
it
some
smells
rice.
good.
Oh, I wish. I'm sure the next 10 years Facebook Live.
Is this your cheat day?
Today's my cheat day, guys. I'm about to get fat. I haven't eaten anything all day.
Okay, and if you're super VIP, you want to tell them what Big Mama's cooking?
Big Mama's gonna be cooking a crawfish etouffee for you. Like Louisiana crawfish. We're buying about what 20 pounds of crawfish probably.
I don't know. I haven't done the math on it yet.
We're gonna buy about 20 pounds of crawfish. Louisiana crawfish, not that Chinese stuff that got like 3 tails and not even real crawfish. She's gonna be cooking that for you guys for the super VIP that come to our event, and you're gonna be cooking it at the house.
Yeah.
For lunchtime. Mm-hmm. We got a special. We're gonna do some.
We have a secret special.
Getaway with it.
Getaway, yeah.
It's gonna be awesome. So can't wait to have you guys. If you haven't got your ticket, buy it or share the stream. And I'm gonna go back and I might give you a ticket. So anyway, and if you're interested in my program, go to chrisrood.com, book a call with me. Follow me on Instagram at Real Estate Rood. And guys, look, I'm maxed out on my friend request people right here, so I'm probably gonna start doing lives on my fan page at Chris Rood Entrepreneur. So send me a like over there also. And anything else you want to say, Big Mama? Get into real estate, guys.
Yeah.
How much has real estate changed our life? I mean, before I even got into real estate, when I was just doing oil changes, car washes, and we had a great life. But I worked.
No, we always had a great life.
We always had a good life, but it was just real estate took it to the next level.
That's right.
It really did.
It got me my dream car.
Yeah, got her a dream car. Got her a Rover. Got us a beach. Got us our not 1 but 2 beach houses. We've got our dream land. We're about to build a dream home from our real estate company. We got the land we're going to build from having a wholesaling company.
We got to help a lot of people.
Yeah,
more than we ever could before.
We've helped so many people get out of foreclosures in our area. Save their credit. I've helped tons of people, and just on the coaching side, I got students all over the country that were making 20, 30 grand all year that are making 70, 80, 100,000 doing this part time, right? So anyway, go to chrisrood.com. I'd love for you to be my student, and we'll talk.
Tell them how awesome our group is, because I want to focus on how awesome the Hustle Wholesaling group is on Facebook.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, listen, if you want to get in my group, go to Hustle Wholesaling. You won't be able to get in the mastermind. We have the Hustle Wholesaling. We have the Hustle Wholesaling Mastermind group. The mastermind group is for the paid coaching students, but if you want to just come into the group and be a part of the community, go to Hustle Wholesaling, send a request, and we'll get you in the group. So the Facebook group, by the way.
All right.
All right.
Y'all have a good night. We're going to eat some gumbo. Good night.
Peace.